Hello, fellow wannabe showrunners, and welcome to another Wannabe Showrunners, the show where we show you how much we want to be showrunners. I'm Scott LaFlesh, and I'm here with Ty Skinner. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Not bad, not bad. Not bad at all. I'm a little lost on where to go for today. So we've been working on this pitch, Friends of the Trail. Today's day 10. It's our 5th day of spending on the pilot, like breaking down the pilot of what we think it's going to look like. And I don't think we're really making much on what the actual episode is going to be.
We had been, and I think now we're definitely stalled out and spinning our wheels a little bit.
So, yeah, do you want to give a little bit of some...
So the idea is the Friends of the Trail. It's a workplace sitcom or a volunteer place sitcom. It's these people's hobby, basically. Although they care about it way too much. Hey, thanks very much for the follow.
Thank you.
So yeah, it's these people are volunteers at a Friends of the Trail organization. They're responsible for maintaining and cleaning a trail. And I thought the name was funny. We had to come up with a pitch quick. But, so yeah. Hey, thanks very much. Good evening to you guys. PST, what, Pacific time? No.
Pacific time, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, so... How important do you want to make zebra mussels in this?
Not super. I thought it was just a one episode thing.
Yeah. But, no, we wanted to have it a little bit more than just one episode, didn't we?
Yeah, I guess it is like a recurring... To me, it was like the Scranton Strangler.
Thank you.
Glad to have you. Are you working on anything for NaNoWriMo?
This is our,
version
of it.
We're not going to come up with a novel in a month. And also, yeah, we're mainly writing screenplays. Probably should have done a movie more in the spirit of NaNoWriMo, but we like the TV. Nice. What are you working on? So yeah. We're stalled out a little bit. The idea is, for our thing, it's, yeah, so it's in the spirit of Always Sunny in Philadelphia, or not Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Tacoma FD, Reno 911, that kind of thing. And it's, so in this episode, we're kind of dealing with like a local cryptid. Scott, we're trying to capture that small town vibe. We're living in a small town right now, and that's just kind of a thing. It's just kind of a thing that makes the town kind of weird and unique, right? Is having their local cryptid. So that's the idea. Is there's been a spotting of the cryptid, which we've named zebra mussels after the invasive species because I think it's a funny pun. And yeah. Young adult dystopian with multiple points of view.
Nice.
Very, very cool. Like a young Game of Thrones / Hunger Games / District 4? Question mark? District 4? Whatever that one was.
I think it was...
No.
District 9?
No, that's
District 7?
No, that's back to Hunger Games, I think.
It is District something.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not the Hunger Games.
Definitely not the Hunger Games. That's good. Yeah, that's one thing that I feel like... I know I'm not... I've read like the big young adult genre, but I'm not super familiar with it. A lot of times you see like the 1 or 2 points of view. The guy's name in that was 4. Divergent. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, usually it's like 1 or 2 points of view, so I think that's a cool twist on it. Yeah, the love interest in Divergent. For Divergent is what I was thinking of. 4? I think it's 4. Anyways. What are you thinking, Scott?
I think we gotta get rid of this meeting.
Okay. So we have the cold open, which is a gender reveal party gone awry. Then we have the thing where the
No, then we start off at a meeting, but it's just a general meeting.
Got it.
And that's how we kind of establish the care. I think that's where we're missing. We're missing something. We just jump right into this, but we don't want to just jump right into this. We want the gang to kind of stumble upon this, because this isn't what the documentary is about. Because if you jump right into this zebra mussels, then it almost makes the documentary about the zebra mussels.
Right.
But no, we want to make it about the friends of the trail.
It's just like a slice of life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're doing a mockumentary style format. That's what we're talking about. And sometimes, like The Office, it's like, what was that documentary about? But it is still something to be thinking about. Awesome. So, yeah.
Okay.
So like what's it called? A dystopia. We're talking like an inheritance. Is there like a squabbling over like, oh, who's gonna be the next whatever? Like Succession, or I was thinking of Stardust, like with all the brothers. Although there's kissing in that too. Everything I know has kissing. I'm sorry. What am I? And how's it coming for you? Are you making good progress? Are you happy with how it's going? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so right there.
Right here. Okay, so it's the FOTT meeting. They are all in Bert's garage.
I feel like this is where we show Olivia as the one that's really in charge. Like,
Okay.
she's like at the podium, like discussing all.
Got it.
Like,
They don't have a podium, do they?
I think they have like.
Okay.
I think that not like or just like a head of a table or something like that. I pictured their clubhouse to kind of be like Red Green's, like from the Red Green show. Remember? Like,
Yeah.
And they had like a little podium, but it was just like all the men crowded in this room. I kind of pictured.
I like this. Okay.
that kind of like there's some type of officialness to this.
Yeah. Yeah, they have like parliamentary procedure. That makes a lot of sense.
No crappy rebellion.
So that's cool. So what's the story like? What would you say like the general story is? Like, what's the point A and point B? Like, what's the goal or that? Yeah, because I'm gonna stop trying to guess based on what I've read. Why don't you tell us about it? And also, do you have your own? Are you streaming here on Twitch? Because we're really trying to get. We're really working on. Not working on. We're enjoying getting into this community. I've spent a lot of time on a couple of different writing streams lately, so it's just something I'm having on in the background while I'm working on stuff. It's pretty cool. Awesome. So,
We'll throw you a follow.
yeah, we're gonna follow you. We'll check out, and give us like a trailer here, and also anyone else who's watching, if you like this kind of thing that we're doing right now, Purple Writes Often is doing the same thing. Check them out. Scott's doing the follow right now.
Mhm.
It's how nice.
How serious we are about this.
Exactly. Well, and no, how opposite, how desperate we are to not work on this pitch that's stalled out for us.
No, okay.
I do think this is a good, and I think I understand this setting a little bit more now.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna put that on the cookie jar. So, HQ. Bert's garage. Very formalized.
Like they're crowded in there because it's got all the stuff in there.
Yeah. Maybe Bert's like a tiny bit of a hoarder too, like.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm really liking this. Honestly, I've tried to do NaNoWriMo, I'll say. This is my third year trying to do something for NaNoWriMo. But it's our first year doing a stream, and it's our first year that Scott and I are really working together, religiously. We've worked on some pitches together before this, but this has really brought us together. And I have to say, working in the community, following Bigfoot Bjornson, a couple other Twitch, Raven Wrights, a couple other Twitch writers that have been on there, it gives you the motivation, I find. It's good to hear from you. It's good to have that kind of thing and see we're all kind of doing it every day. It's awesome. I'm glad to hear you're doing it. Yeah. Bert's a bit of a... Oh, I spelled that wrong. Lots of outdoor supplies and boxes. They all crowd together.
I think you did spell it right, too.
Did I guess. Anyways, it's right. I'm a little too invested. I'm with the Friends of the Trail. I broke my foot right before this month started, and I've been just like locked in. This is like my outlet. Bert's a bit of... They all crowd together closely in the garage. There is a mini podium. The walls are scattered with maps. Right?
Maps of the trail, like type thing.
And I feel like in the town and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
It's not like just global maps.
No.
Like, if we were to look at what it is, it'd be maps of that area. Like
it's like relief maps and all that. It's like some of it's probably left over from when he was a cop and that kind of stuff. It's like exactly. Okay. So what's this? So this is just a regular meeting.
Yeah, it's gonna be like this is where we can kind of set up the type of fundraising that they do. This is where you can kind of set up the type of stuff that the club does.
Got it. They're all in Bert's garage.
Because I think that's the other thing that we're really messing up on this. They're not all always gonna be together working the trail all the time.
No, definitely not. I think that's the thing. I think Bert calls the meeting to order, and then he's like, "Okay, Olivia, you have the floor," and then she actually does them. You know what I mean? Like, new business, old business. What else? And so, okay, everyone has something they want to talk about, right? And this is just like a one-off. It's like a Saturday Night Live thing. 2 broken siblings in a near future Florida are about the sinister and sickening truths and secrets about their world when they experience enslavement in a cell and deal with murder. Oh.
Cool.
Dark. Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, I think you're right. Everybody gets a little turn... with a little complaint almost.
Yeah, or an action item or something like, yeah. It's like that. It's like an SNL sketch where there's the school board, right? Everyone gets a little, yeah. Enslavement in a cell and deal with murder. Wow.
Do we want to establish that Sigourney's new here or no?
No.
Okay.
She's not that new.
Okay,
she's new,
perfect.
but she's not that new.
Although do we maybe we establish that the cameras are here.
Oh, that's good. We start with we start with kind of the rules about the cameras too, of whatever, Bert's really staring at them, kind of wide-eyed.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Yeah, we make a whole point about the cameras in this.
Olivia opens with a word about the cameras, and then...
Because it has to be that the camera crew is not allowed you're not allowed to talk to the camera crew.
Yeah.
And the camera crew is told they're not allowed to talk to you. Because then we can establish why, we can have Sigourney like freaking out at the cameraman because he's not helping them get out of their like where they're lost.
Yeah, I like this. Okay.
And like she's just like starting to lose it on him, and like there's that whole scene. There could be that whole entire scene.
Oh, nice. Now we're talking. Ordinary, overprotective and depressed siblings. Ordinary. Your villain arc. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna tune into to Purple's stream and check it out. That kind of keep on making comparisons. It's bad to do. But yeah, there's like Chronicles of Narnia, right? Like there's Edmund who turns evil. I don't know.
Who's our camera? Like, would it be Fiona that'd be the one who's like really trying to like get the camera's attention? There has to be one
Regina. Regina, because she's the politician.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what she's really trying to. Yeah. Each member of the trail has a complaint. Who's also a depressed being who has a lot of trauma and seems to try to help. Well, I can understand that kind of thing. It's like if you want to humanize your villains, like having them victims of enslavement and dealing with that kind of thing, you can understand where someone would twist. But yeah.
And it's got to be petty complaints.
Yeah, exactly.
It has to be very petty complaints or stuff that is like
or
impossible to deal with.
Exactly. So we want to talk about what those would be for each character?
No.
Okay.
No, we'll deal with that
when we get
when
in the
we
script.
get there in the
Okay.
script.
Is right.
I'm kind of wondering if do we go right. I think we do Ed and Bert, and they do something funny first. Like they're like they're doing something, and then it leads to them coming across.
Right.
Like what kind of taboo stuff?
Is that before or after he becomes a villain? That's where he starts with. Friends of the trail meeting. They're all in Bert's garage. Bert calls the meeting to order and gives Olivia the floor. Each member of the trail has a complaint or possible request. Okay, so at the end, they're not just going on patrol. There's like a reason they're going out. That we experience here.
Maybe it is just explaining that they patrol the trail. Maybe that's how we do it. Like we're just explaining what like a day. Like he's just talking to the camera about what a day, like as he's driving with Ed, and like I'm just giving the boy a time around, and then like maybe that's kind of also the thing is like there's the young girl, like the teenage girl that goes by,
and shares the TikTok,
and but like. He like says like tries like is like one of those creepy guys that says like the inappropriate thing to Ed.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like just getting into that, like building that.
He's trying to be a
character.
matchmaker in kind of a weird way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially at his age and all that.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, we just kind of established that for his character, and it also then established also like that he's trying to be like that guy for Ed as well.
Right.
He can also say, like, even during all that. No, because what is it that we want to have? Do we want it to be the blur?
Isn't that it? Or no? So, by talking about the fact that the X-Men of the story is forcing people to be at rest for being
Okay, that kind of taboo. That's cool.
No, it's good. It's like more of a speaking truth to power. I like that kind of thing, like harsh truths. I'm down for it. And so, how's it coming for NaNoWriMo? Where are you in terms of chapter-wise, or like in terms of the story arc?
Yeah, see, we already had that. Maybe a little inappropriate.
Yeah. Nice, nice. Ed points out the cryptid to the gang. They get excited and want to tweet about it. Burke cautions them to not tell anybody. The girls say they have posted already. So that's where we are, but now we don't have the meeting to go back to. So now we have to get away to get all the friends with it. Is it a big cell phone conversation? Do they just all kind of run out and that's why like there's various levels of preparedness? Yeah, we hear you on the very beginning. We haven't even started. Yeah, we haven't even started our script yet. We're just trying to do our outline, basically. It's hard to get started. It's hard to make progress, but, you know, we did finish a script earlier in the summer called Chalkos, which was much grander than this. That's why we scaled it down for this one. Our first script we finished was a huge fantasy epic set in a world of Greek mythology, but modern day. It would take a huge budget to get it made.
Oh, yeah.
Unless it would be animated, which really is an option.
Or if you did it like Clash of the Titans.
Or like Glad, but I don't think that would.
I think it would work. I think it really would. I think if you made that like kind of like its point, I think it would work.
I think that would fight against the story we're telling, though.
Not really.
I don't know. It could be.
Yes,
please. Throw it here in the chat. Hopefully it'll like we'll check it out when here in the chat and also come over to your stream. But hopefully we do have usually a couple other people who stop by. So I don't know if Fire Flame stops by. She'll probably love this kind of thing.
Okay, so we need something. Before this, like.
It could just be a phone call. Could be like little boxes on the screen. Good trigger warning. Won't bother us, but warning to anyone who's watching or yeah. And I think that's kind of what we're expecting, right? There's illegal slavery and there's murder. These people are trapped in a cell. I mean, you're in for a penny, you're in for a pound. Right? Because here's that's why we can't go back to another meeting now.
Okay, no.
Nice.
think we get rid of all, like, the point. Like,
yeah. Oh, we'll get rid of him telling the girls about it.
I get rid of this.
Okay.
I think it's that it goes viral. No. How do we do this?
Because if it goes viral, that's what it is. But we'd want to start on the mission and then have them back at the clubhouse seeing it go viral. Right? Do it media res style. Can we scroll up or no?
Yeah.
The whips aren't helping. I can't move anymore. I don't want to take my blood via force. The thrashing isn't helping either. My veins in my legs spurt blood and round. As dark red flows on the floor. They are running from my shin to the feet. I decided to sweep my punishment though. Oh, and perfect. The whole thing goes on the screen. Awesome. That's what I was going to ask, is, if they're talking about both Farah and, I don't know how to pronounce that other name, Fodder? That, who's this from the perspective of? It makes sense, though. Looks pretty great. Definitely an intriguing, if you start your story with that, that's an intriguing, like, a lot of questions. You can tell what story it is right away. I'm impressed. I'll tune in. See how it's going. What do you think it's got?
Maybe we don't start off with a team meeting, but we start off with like a school assembly or something like that, and they're trying to recruit.
Okay.
No.
I do like this idea, but I think that this story has to be economical, right? Like, and I don't mean in terms of money. I mean in terms of time. I mean, like, we almost want to treat this like, yeah. I think with this, we have that on our stream, don't we? That we use mature language.
I don't think so.
Oh.
But
sorry.
we definitely say swear every so often. We're not like.
No, we're not going crazy. So what's our plan? No, my thing is you almost want it to be a bottle episode, right? Like the more different locations you bring it before you have introduced the thing. Okay, what if we scrap the cold open, and then the cold open is the assembly?
No, I think the cold open we have is okay. No, I'm.
So in the cold open, they're each doing their signature thing, right?
I think you're right about that. It's attack, like that they send. Like we just kind of see.
Okay, so it's got like a. What's it called? Handmaid's Tale kind of vibe. I always forget Handmaid's Tale is basically. Okay. I'm not the person to ask a great question. I'm not even the person that gets called on by teachers for anything at all. But one thing is clear. I will get suspended someday for my stupid beliefs. What do you think is the reason we have been having a debate since 2025 about laws on what to do with our enemies? My fake friend Maria Blue asked. Yeah, great question, Bluey. What can they do except enforce new shitty laws on us? Don't you understand some grain of politics? It's a very, very mild cuss word. I didn't know. I didn't read up until then, but Yeah, I wouldn't be worried. And don't scream at yourself, by the way, unless it's in like joy. Scream at yourself in like wow, I created that. Anyways. Should I just read them all aloud? Oops, cussy word warning. Also, said in the present.
It's not working.
This episode?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. We're struggling.
Yeah, we're really struggling on this. It's just not working. It's not coming together in the right way. And I don't know where to go from it. I feel like...
What if we're not doing the cryptid episode? What if we just keep the cold open? The cryptid is in the background, and the cryptid episode's later in the season. This is a different mission. We've been straining at this stool for like 4 days now.
Unless that's it. We just kind of blow off zero. Like, we have this. We start off with this. And then we just move on.
Okay.
Like, it's just a scene.
Right.
And then we just go on to the... And, like...
Oh, it's more like that pilot we watched of Reno 911.
Yeah.
And it's just a bunch of...
Not a bunch. It'll still have a story to it.
Yeah, we're watching right now Reservation Dogs on Disney Plus, and it's got that kind of like small town vibe, but there's also a cryptid type of deal, right? There's actually a couple. There's fantastical elements. I think that's it. I think we would even argue if we were put on the spot that this is. Like, there's not fantasy elements as much as, there could very well be a cryptid. Like, it could very well be Mussy in some lakes. There could be that kind of thing. So, yeah. I think this is the only time we're breaking those laws of, like, what would happen on a cop show. And even then, we're not going to see it close up. But that's, I think maybe eventually we will. But it's like, yeah. It's like when Santa Claus shows up on a show that's just like a regular show.
I think we also got to get away from just the trail.
Got to get away from the trail.
Yeah, I think you're right. We do have to be like, we have to have like scenes in the school, scenes in the tea shop.
I don't think I was saying that at all.
No, but like not like I just think in general for the whole entire like. There's gonna be that, like, we do have to establish those type of things off the trail as well, maybe. Their interpersonal relationships.
So yeah, I guess what I really wonder when I'm looking at I get the characters and I get what they like the dystopia of their world, and I'm guessing that pretty soon we're gonna have two of our characters become enslaved. So. And then the sister's already captured. I guess, yeah, if I was gonna, like, what's the journey? What does it look like? What is it like, multiple points of view? And honestly, that's why I keep on reaching for these comparisons. Because that's how my mind works, is like,
Are these two main characters gonna be still points of view? Or are they gonna be built up through other people's points of view?
Oh, I think it must, because that first chapter is through Fodder's point of view.
I guess,
So it must be through their point of view. But I'm like, is it a journey? Is it just kind of like the room where they're kind of like after they escape from enslavement? Is it a political quest? There's no rebellion. Is it all introspective? Like, what's the journey for these characters? What's the like? Is it just cut to recover from the trauma? Yeah, that's kind of where my mind is I understand the scenario, but what's the A, B, and C of it? I'm
Okay.
not being very eloquent here.
This is how we do it.
Okay, let's start. Done.
The episode is kind of just like as if it's not like it's like it is not an origin story of these characters, but what their purpose is on the trail. Like we just do an introduction as if this is a documentary to these.
It's like 7 Up, like kind of like yeah.
Yeah. So there has to be something that, like the Dundies or something like that. There has to be something that we can do. I think because the Dundies was the best way to introduce your characters.
I think though it's a town council meeting. I think they're getting really worked up for like they're all headed up to one thing, and it's like, oh, the town council meeting or like whatever. Where like someone has to stand up and really say a piece, and it's like who's gonna say it, what's gonna be included, that kind of thing, and then in the end, it's just such a nothing.
Nice.
See what being applied to your story, or what I was is like my question from earlier, or I'm not sure what the lag is. Also, oh no problem. Yeah, and also let us know if you're thinking anything of ours. That's what always my like. I find that's the most helpful thing for a writing project, because you kind of live in it and it all is in your head, and then that's what really has been helpful. Me and Scott working together, because that's what we'll often ask ourselves. It's like, okay, that's the premise, but what's the journey? What does that actually look like? It's easy. It's harder for us too on the screen, because it's like, okay, what does that look like? A lot of a movie can be interior. It can be like a set. Yeah. A novel. Did I say movie? A lot of novel can be interior.
Okay. So I think like the type of things that we do in this episode are like there's a wasp nest on the trail.
Right.
And they have to deal with the wasp nest. There's somebody's caught littering, and like we have like somebody blow up about that. Like it is just everything has to be kind of petty and like small
Right.
at the beginning, and it is just establishing these people and their control on this park.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've only had a couple. I've had a pilot filmed but never picked up, I don't think. But we're not really screenwriters. Well, no, we are now. That's the thing. We're writers.
Yep.
Yeah. You gotta own it. Okay, so the new business. That's the thing. So we're actually okay up until here. There is also a list of tasks to be done. There is a hornet's nest somewhere on the traveled area. Teenagers have and left a bunch of broken bottles.
I want to say like magic mushrooms were discovered on the trail or something like that as well, and we have to destroy those.
But not even. It's like it's actually Mo was cultivating them.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? So, are you talking about your pitch now, or like about your?
Or ours.
Yeah. Magic mushrooms were discovered. I do have a radio show that I'm always pitching. We can find the script for it. What else now?
Because I feel like this has a lot of slapstick in it.
Yeah, it really does mimic that. I could say, and like an audio pilot is easy to make. We could definitely cast it, but I think we want to go more slapsticky with it. So we want to show it, and also we're writing this basically to be set in our town where we live right now. So yeah, going out on the trail to film it should be kind of easy, hopefully. And is there one more, or is that enough? Probably like a couple more, actually.
Oh, we can just list off a bunch of stuff, but they're not going to tackle.
Yeah, we don't
all
actually
in
have
the
to do
episode.
all. Yeah.
There has to be something that is always neglected.
Oh
that's
yeah.
always
like
left
that.
off the list. Like that's always on the list, but is always like that's the thing is it's always on the list.
Yeah.
And that can be like the thing that because they didn't
needed to have happen. Yeah.
needed to have happen, and because they never took care of it, comes crumbling at the end of the season or something.
Yeah. Is it like, is repairs to something or changing the battery in something?
It has to be something small. It has to be something that they're always like, oh no, I can do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, what if that's it? What if it is like just change the battery in the fire detectors, the fire alarm or something like that, smoke alarm.
Okay.
No.
Unless it's in the clubhouse.
Yeah, the one that's in the clubhouse.
Okay.
But I'm just like no, like
No, because I do like that because remember, if we still have the son living above the clubhouse, that could be a thing where he gets into a fight with his dad and also his house burns down and he moves out and there's like a you know what I mean? Like there's like a nice thing there. And nice cat. It's a cool cat. You have any suggestions? Anything that like a volunteer organization who maintains public parks and trails might have to do? We could get some comedy. It could even be funny enough, like just a joke in that they have to do it, and then we don't actually have to show it as well. We just want a bunch. If you think of anything, let us know. Totally cool. No pressure.
So, yeah, I think the next scene is just. I think we just move on to the next scene.
Thanks
you.
very much. You too. I really, admire it. Putting yourself out there. That's the first step. Getting your stuff, even showing it to us here, having us do a reading. It's a great plan. I don't know. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome work.
Yeah, I think the first scene is like Mo and Fiona or something like that. Mo taking care of the mushrooms.
Okay.
Or something, because that way we can have him slip some mushrooms,
Oh yeah, definitely.
and then we can have him high the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
The other thing about that is then it'd be like, I kind of want him to be following along with everybody else on their tasks, laughing at them as they're failing the tasks and not helping at all.
Okay. I like it. Now that kind of. Yeah. No, let's do that. Mo takes some mushrooms and then follows along with the rest of the gang and moths as they do their stuff. Change the batteries in the fire detector. I feel like that's... Like, is it putting up a sign? Repainting a sign, maybe. Repaint something.
Okay. What would the fire detector going off, though? It wouldn't, like, save their clubhouse if the fire detector went off.
Maybe it would.
Maybe, I guess.
What are you saying?
It has to be a small fire.
Wannabe
It has to be like a cigarette that, like, can't be like it started off as a big fire. It has to that it started off as a smoke that slowly burnt down the place.
Wannabe Showrunners is very pro fire detector, and we do not want the message to come out. Scott just in here be like, what would a fire detector have done to save anything? When has a fire detector ever helped?
No, but you know what I mean. It's just not wouldn't have saved the house.
Yeah. Change the batteries in the fire detector. Repaint something. Oh, like maybe like deliver pamphlets to something, or maybe there is give us the talk at the school. Or like the school's gonna be too expensive. It's like hand out pamphlets in the park. I like that because it's like, oh, trying to be. And bake sale.
Yeah.
Yeah. For any school, for us to be expensive to
No,
get.
it's not that hard to get a gym.
I guess it's not that hard to get a gym, but
And that's all you were trying to do.
We'd have to
is
get extras.
the kids. Yeah, I know.
A lot of we'd have to actually have the school with the kids.
Oh, cool.
California or Canada? California, right? CA?
Pretty for sure it's California.
Nice. It always reminds me of that. What's that guy who does the comedy routine about the abbreviations? Gary Guzman.
No, Gary Goldman.
Gary Goldman.
And
Yeah,
it's
what's
tough.
their fundraising thing? We talked about a fundraising. That's a good one to have. Is it a bake sale because we have the baker and the tea guy?
No. Maybe. I feel like it's like that's the problem is it's all a mix mash. Like they bring like there's crafts, there's no, that's just too much.
It just doesn't I do think the bake sale's too simple. I think it should be something crazier than that. I think it should be a what's it called? It's not like dog wash. It should be crazier than that. Is it a car wash?
Nice.
Awesome. Are you gonna be Oh, you're done for writing for today? Yeah, we usually make these about an hour, so we're done in about 10 minutes. And then we're done for the day, too. But I think Scott followed you with the Wannabe Showrunners account. I'll follow you with my account later. And we'll see you when you go live. We'll jump in your chat room, too. It'll be awesome. I'm excited to hear more about Farah and Fodder. I want to say it's Fodder. Fadir? Could be Fadir.
Okay. It's gotta be something.
Hey, Callie Wrights, how's it going? We saw you the other day in
Nice.
Congratulations! You're making more progress than us. We threw a ton of stuff out today, and we don't have as much as we had before. But I feel like we're headed in the right direction. Tomorrow we're going to start writing the script, come hell or high water. We know what the cold open's going to be, so tomorrow we're on final draft.
And I think this kind of set us into a better...
Yeah, better rhythm. 500 words a day. This chapter is done. Nice. Are we the last ones today getting anything done?
It looks like.
Wow. We're in the Eastern time zone, so it's though if you're in California, Purple, then it's only you're like getting done early. Wow, I wish I had your ambition. It's 8 o'clock at night before I even start anything. Oh, you're in Eastern too. Nice. And I would have assumed, because of Cali writes, that you would be in California too, honestly. What software? Okay.
I feel like Fiona goes with Mo to clean up the mushrooms. Fiona actually wants to clean up the mushrooms, and Mo is like there taking trying to save as much as he possibly can of his mushrooms.
I agree. I think kind of maybe Ed's there too, and he also wants the mushrooms but doesn't get any. Or no, that's too much. Oh, nice! I like that a lot. I used to have a friend who was trained in calligraphy, and she did all these wedding invitations. Beautiful. I guess you probably can do it too. Never heard of Melon Purple writes often. I'll check it out. What's it for? Is it just like Twitch, only for writing, or? We're old. We don't know stuff.
What's something for the park that they could do for fundraising? Like, it's definitely not a car wash.
No, it makes sense. We used to have Streamlabs, I think, but now we're on Twitch Studio? Something like that.
Yeah.
I feel like we could also do it in old business. We don't even have to show it. We could just talk about it. In which case, it could be even really crazier. Because they could just talk about, an update from last time.
Okay.
Nice. It's good to know. And also, yeah, no, that's fair. I've been reading a lot about that lately, post-pandemic, of some of the stuff, some of the stuff that we got used to doing, especially as we open up and you can see social people again and all that kind of stuff. You gotta let some of that stuff go. If you're only doing it to keep your own, obviously keep some self-care stuff. But I definitely think if it's becoming more of a stress than rewarding, gotta let it go. I think that's pretty cool.
Okay. What if it is they just sell something small throughout the year, but there's a big thing that they do, a big fundraising event that they do every year. Or something like that. And it's maybe they put on a concert in the park or something
Yeah.
But doesn't seem right.
I'm not sure how to do it, but I'll put our Gmail here. And I'm definitely happy to jump in, and I don't know what that would entail, but chat with us. Let us know what you're looking for, and I definitely don't mind doing that kind of stuff. Coming on talking about your project and co-hosting the stream. Again, I don't know what that entails. We're so new to streaming.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. That's right.
I'm really
sketching.
My mind's just so racing through all this right now, and I can't pinpoint it on something.
Awesome. Sounds great. Sure. Yeah, let's get together. Hit us up, and we're happy to.
What are they fundraising for?
Maintenance, right?
So it is just general fundraising that they do.
I think so. What are they? What do you think?
No, I just.
We did talk about introducing. At W Showrunners. Oh, I guess I can't put the at sign, but it's at W Showrunners. I'm not super good at tweeting. I'm really not. Again, we're old. I never tweeted at all before we started doing this. And we're trying to run the Wannabe Showrunners Twitter account now. Tweeting a little bit. I'm on Twitter a lot these days, just kind of scrolling around and trying to figure out what to tweet. But yeah, follow us. I'll tweet when we go live at least, and chat, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Oh, what is it? Let me know, because I'm really baffled.
Maybe they do a race. Maybe it's like a big ATV race or something like that they do, like is the big thing, and that's part of the trail.
Love it.
And it makes sense, and it's like Dylan's baby or something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Nice.
We do something called, not so much now in November where we're trying to get this done, something called Mad Hatter Monday. Can we open the Mad Hat just to show it for a couple seconds? We used to do it every Monday. Now we're playing with our schedule a lot, especially in November, because I broke my foot and we're here all the time. But we do Mad Hatter Monday, where we reach into the Mad Hat, pull out a premise, twist, and a talent, and then generate our writing pitch based on that. So it's kind of similar. I don't know how you use pictures, but I'm going to follow you and see how that works out. Because that's exactly the kind of thing we're looking for usually when we're not deep into our November project. So this is the Mad Hat. And so, for example, we might be asked to do something like Canadian content, but there is a resource shortage with Mary Walsh. Oh, Mary Walsh makes sense for Canadian content.
It would.
And then we'd sit here and we'd spend the pitch talking about what that kind of project would look like. Let's do another example. It's a political drama, but someone comes out with Scott as himself. Okay. But yeah, so I feel like that kind of writes itself, right? Okay, and we usually do the drum roll of the final one, a variety show. But Tim Burton is directing with Joel McHale.
Oh my god.
So that will be just one of those Halloween style ones.
Yep.
Anyways, not been doing it in November, but we'll get back to it. We do it every now and then when we're really stuck, and we've been stuck. So anyways, we're at about an hour. That's your usual time to head out.
I want to really though hammer what this.
Okay, let's talk about it.
What this fundraising event would be.
Okay.
Okay, so it's definitely the invite us to what? It's definitely this race.
Yeah.
But maybe they're selling trail mix throughout the.
There's got to be something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, I think it might be okay. This is stupid, but awesome. Thanks. I'm gonna add it. As soon as I can. I'm gonna jump over and add you back, and then I'll see what you're talking about with these writing prompts because I'm really excited about that, and I might give me something to tweet at, which will be good. Okay, what about maybe this is stupid, but trail licenses, and it's little novelty license plates, Bort.
But there already is. You have to have a license on your
ATV. That's true.
Oh well, we'll come up with it.
Yeah, we'll think about it tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. Callie, send us an email. Let us know what you're. It's not Callie. Purple, send us an email. Let us know what you're talking about for co-hosting. And we're definitely. We might jump on your stream in a little bit. I think we've got to. Some quick medical stuff on my foot that we've got to do. And then we'll be around. And thanks for joining us tonight, guys. Hopefully we'll get a little bit farther tomorrow.
Tomorrow we'll start writing, though.
Tomorrow we'll start writing final draft.
And wait. Okay, what are you feeling about this still? Do you feel like we're missing something?
No, I feel like if anything, we're adding and adding and adding, and we got to stop it, or we got to take some stuff out to add something new. Hopefully by the end of November. Oh no, I'm not really sure about that. Depends on, like half an hour to 45 minutes probably. Yeah, I'm not sure, but. Like I say, let us know, and then, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to Wannabe Showrunners. Until next time, don't stop writing.
Don't stop writing.